Welcome back to Tom's Kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how you can cook for 100 people for under $5 a head, and here's how you do it. Now, I told you that I was going to show you how to cook for 100 people for under $5 per head, but I didn't say I was going to cook a 4-course meal. And here's the dishes that we have got. We have got our sausages, we have got our drumsticks, potato wedges, and we have got our pizza base. Now I'm going to show you how to prepare the dishes. There's very little to it, but what I use here is these tin foil trays. Now these tin foil trays are fantastic. That's the only way I can describe it. What's about these tin foil trays in a wood oven or pizza oven? Because there's a very thin lining on them, they will not burn the food. The food will cook top and bottom equally, and there's no other dish you can get as good as these, and they're just fantastic. And what I'm going to do, the first dish I'm going to prepare here is just potato wedges, and these are just normal washed potatoes. And what I do with them as well is I don't cut them small, so I'll cut them in dices of 4. Now there's our dice of 4, and these it's important that you don't cut these too small, because if you cut them too small with the extreme heat that you're using, they'll shrivel up and you'll have nothing. But these will just cook absolutely to perfection. Again, don't put too many in the one dish. You can just put probably about 3 potatoes, 4 potatoes is quite adequate. Remember, you could have 3 or 4 of these dishes ready, ready to go, so you don't have to be worried about how fast you're doing it. And that's enough in that dish. And what I'll do now is I'll put a sprinkling of olive oil, not too much olive oil, just a little bit. And you can see that there's just, you can move them around a little bit so as the oil just gets around them, everything. And what you can do now, you can either use garlic powder here on top of these, chili powder, curry powder, just whatever you fancy. There's no right or wrong. It's entirely whatever you want to do. So that's the dish ready to go into the oven. So I'll just leave it there. And our next dish is the chicken drumsticks. And there's no preparing on the chicken drumsticks. All I've got to do is just put a little bit of olive oil, sprinkling. Don't put too much olive oil on, because you will find with the heat of the oven that all the fats will come out and they will cook within their own fats. So you don't need just that little bit of sprinkling, that's all. Just turn them around. Just in the oil, so as the oil gets around them all. And now that's the drumsticks ready. I'll just put that there. And then we have got our tray of sausages. Again, a little bit of olive oil. Probably when I'm talking about the amount of olive oil, I'm talking about a tablespoonful of oil. That's to give you a measurement of what I'm talking about. And just turn the sausages around in the oil as well. And there we have it. You can see the oil all around the sausages. And now we have got our pizza base, and we can continue on making the pizza. I will show you how to make the actual dough later on, but at the moment this is the base. I've got pre-made the base and it's ready to go, so we're ready to just go ahead. Now I've got my pizza base already rolled out and we're ready to make the pizza. It's going to be a very simple pizza. I'm going to use a bit of salami, ham and cheese. Very simple. Now you can do whatever you want when you're making your pizza. There's no limit to what you put on a pizza. So what we'll do is just put a little bit of the tomato base. Again, I find don't put too much base on. Just a little bit to get it just around the base, because you don't need an awful lot of it. You just need to get the flavour of it. So now you can see that's as much as is necessary for the pizza. And what we do now is I've got salami here. I'll just chop up the salami. I'll not chop it up too small, and I'll put our sprinkling of the ham. As I said before, this is a very, very simple pizza. You can make whatever you want. It won't cost you any more. It's the same principle of. And we can put our salami. You can chop this up a lot finer if you want to. I like it nice and chunky. And then we've got our cheese. I like to use mozzarella because it's not as greasy, and it's a much nicer cheese to use. It's a little bit dearer when you're buying it, but it's nothing in the cost of it. Again, don't overdo the cheese. That's beautiful. That's enough. Now there we have a very, very simple pizza ready to go into the oven. And like I said, you can do this in many, many variations. Now I'm going to cook the dishes, and today I'm cooking on the woody. And what's so special about the woody, it's got the shelf in it, and what I can do is I can pull the shelf out. I can pull the shelf right out so far, like so, like this, and now I can put the dishes straight on the shelf and you won't get burnt. And this is absolutely fantastic. And remember, we can put 8 dishes in this woody. So if you wanted to cook a lot of food, this is what you need. You need the woody. So I'll put the dishes straight onto it. This is our drumsticks, and I'll just put them. As I said, I can just put them here on the outside. So I'm not even using the glove anymore because I don't need to. It's fine. I can just sit them there, and here's our potato wedges. Just put them alongside. Like as I said, you can actually put 8 dishes in this. Today I've only needed to put the 3 in. And there's our sausages, just rolling the oil around. And again, I do recommend always to use a glove because you might have the rail in and you might forget and it could be hot. So just put the glove on at all times. These are just silicone gloves, you can get them anywhere. Put it straight in. I can hear it starting to sizzle already. And now we can go and put our pizza. So here's our pizza ready to go in. So what's so good about this? You can be cooking pizzas, cooking your chicken dishes, and all at the same time, and you can have a lot of fun. Now I'm just going to turn the pizza. What I find is if you turn the pizza 3 times, you'll get that beautiful even cook. So what you can do is, once you're going to put it in, put it straight in, take it straight out to here, like that, and then just hold your paddle a little bit on a slight angle, and straight back in the same position. So turning it 3 times, you get this lovely even cook. You can see a little bit of black just starting to happen. Now a lot of people ask me, how do you know when the pizza's cooked? Well, it's very simple. When the cheese is melted, or you can see it melting, or you might see the pizza starting to burn on the edges, that's when you need to actually just take it out and turn it. And what I do is I put the paddle straight in, take it out, as soon as you give yourself plenty of room, take it off, hold the paddle at a slight angle, like so, and back in, straight in, and straight back into the same spot. Now this wouldn't matter whether you had 3 or 4 pizzas in there, you do the same thing with each one, so you rotate them as you're going along. Now I can see this pizza just about ready, so I'll give it one quick turn. Yes, just about there. I'll just give it another second. And as I said before, how you know if the pizza is cooked when all the cheese is melted, and you can see a slight little blackening or burning around the very edge, that's when you know it's ready. Now I can see this pizza is absolutely just ready, it's done to perfection. And there it is, and there you can see it. How good is that? Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is I'll put my pizza over here. And I'm going to show you the wonderful workings of this tray or this rack. What you can do is you can pull it right out. Oh, things are just cooking up absolutely beautiful. So now you can see I'm not near the fire. I'm not going to burn myself. There is no danger of burning myself. The tray will sit there. And I'll just turn the dish. These are just coming along beautifully. And again, the potato wedges, you can just see them coming nicely cooking up. They're just nearly ready. Just another few minutes and they'll be ready. I'll just put them back in, push the tray back in. Like as I said, you could have 8 dishes in this if you wanted to. And if you wanted to close the doors for a couple of minutes, you could do so. I'm just going to open the doors now because with my calculations I reckon this food inside is absolutely cooked to perfection. So I'll open the doors and we'll pull it out. There we go. Again, always remember to use your silicone glove because that rail is very hot. Oh, that looks absolutely beautiful. That is perfection to the highest order. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on one plate for one person and show you the food that one person would be eating. So now here's the plate that I've been talking about for under $5 a head. We have got our potato wedges, we've got our sausages, we've got our drumsticks, and we've got 2 slices of pizza. Now this could be 3 or 4 sausages or a lot more potatoes and wedges. It's not going to change the costings of it. This is all I can get on this plate. I need a bigger plate. And my son Mark now is going, and myself are going to sample the food. So we see how we go. Mark, do you want to have a sausage here and a potato chip?
I think I definitely do.
You do?
This must be. This is one of the favourite parts about working here. The food that I get to sample. So I'm going to.
This is my cameraman. So
what do I get first, Dad?
Whatever you want.
I might just start off with the wedge. See how that goes. Pretty impressed.
Now these sausages are cooked to perfection. You can't get better.
Not many times I'll say to you, Dad, that I'm impressed with your cooking skills, but today I'm very impressed.
And as you can see, the knife is just sliding through the potato. As I said, if you want to put more browning on it, you can do so, but you don't have to. It's a personal taste. But the sausage and the pizza, everything is cooked to perfection. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you very soon back in Tom's kitchen.